All right, everybody. Welcome. This is Tales from Flipside Monday night 268. We got our boy Sean. Look at this way. Our
What's
boy
up?
Yeezy Yee.
Easy 8.
What's up?
Um, we got a lot of news. A market report that I didn't do any backstory on, but John Z, who graciously is at work, I think, did it for us. And then we got pickups, and we're going to just try to keep the show going. So here we go. Let's get it going. And I guess I'm making myself a little bigger. And for fans of continuity, this is what we like to do. So last week we talked about Hawk 13, and I said I had one. I know I had one. This is the book we were talking about last night or last week. We were talking about the one with the rear view mirror, but John Z alluded to this one. I've had this one forever. Remember, it's gotten 5 days. Yeah, now it's forever. I think I have $10 on it. It's probably worth $10 still. So,
Yeah, it was a hot flip for a second.
Yeah.
But literally like a second, which means like a month.
Yeah, I think I got it for like $4 back in the day.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean,
Was it one of those books that like jumped up to like $20 and then like cooled down really fast to 10 once people realized how many copies there were out there?
I believe so.
Yeah. What's the deal? Was that a ratio or is that a second print?
I think that's
no,
just the A cover.
A cover,
right?
bit. A cover, baby. A cover, no
That was
second.
it? Okay.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I remember I was on my way to Palm Springs and back for a bachelor party, and I found a store and I bought like 7 of them off the side of the freeway.
Yeah.
In like India or some shit. I don't remember. They're like, you want 7 of these? And I'm like, you don't? I'm like,
It's like I will gladly take these.
I get it. It's fucking terrible cover.
I listed mine and still haven't got any offers on eBay. Probably the lowest price out there. According to Z's, like listed now. It's in terrible condition, but who cares?
Oh, that's a good fucking goddamn. I mean, that's in my to-do list.
Yeah,
And that's a newsstand too, right?
Yeah.
Are they all newsstands?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I do not believe so.
I think I put rare newsstand, but mine has goofy ass writing that I probably could get off of. It's like pencil maybe.
Who cares?
And then it's fucking rough. It's like 85 spine ticks on it, but who cares? I mean,
Yeah.
no.
Well, I mean, everyone needs a first Mario in their collection, right?
I mean, if it doesn't, I'll just throw it on the back wall with Earthworm Jim right there.
There wasn't like a Zelda cameo in the movie or anything, was there?
I did not watch the movie.
Because I just found my Zeldas.
Oh no, I didn't.
So those sell for more. But yeah.
Speaking of video games, we'll kind of jump around here. Hold on one second. Let me get down to this one. I bring this one up because it's pretty shitty. I did this pretty shittily. Knuckles Paramount series. We talked about video games. They did a series synopsis review. I'm not gonna read it all, but so Knuckles is back. Idea and Alba is in the title role with several characters from the first 2 films. So, you know, Sonic. We talked about the fan reaction from the terrible Sonic movies that it had to be redone, and now look, it's a home run hit, and they're doing more and more movies and spin-offs and whatnot. So,
I never saw the second one.
I didn't either.
I saw the first one though.
Was it good?
I don't remember.
Okay. So
It always cracks me up. I mean, I guess we're supposed to get used to it, but it cracks me up how they have people they announce like the actors when they're like voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I get it, and you need the big voices and stuff, but it's just, is it that big a fucking deal?
Well, I think the backlash is the whole big thing. It's like Super Mario Brothers, right? People were losing their mind that Chris Pratt was the lead voice and all this stuff, and now everything's the greatest thing on earth. So.
Oh yeah, what? Yeah, because I remember the initial complaints for Mario is like he didn't sound anywhere close to, like I guess the Mario voice that we're used to from the video games, right?
Yeah.
But then you also always need a big name attached to it, right? To like either sell the idea or the project, and get people in the seats.
I mean, Nintendo's not dumb. I mean, like they know what they're doing. Like,
and if you have a recognizable voice, or if you're a good actor at all, most likely you have a recognizable good voice, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they gave that movie to anybody on the planet that they could have gave it to.
Yeah. And I gotta assume that they are answering Miguel's on there.
Yeah.
You gotta assume Sonic's gonna be in there somewhere.
Yeah, he's gotta be.
But I had to look up
cameo.
so people started talking about it today, and I was like, oh, the red one.
The red one.
This is like for real, dude. I did have the OG Sega Genesis that came with Sonic though.
I did too.
Yeah.
I have an old photo. I don't know if my parents still have it. It's like me when I'm like 10 years old and a little goofy. And I had a big ass Sega box. It was like over my head. I was pumped.
Yeah, and I think all 3 buttons were all jump.
All jump, yeah.
Yeah. So real fucking difficult.
Yeah. Well,
right?
that was Sonic 1. Sonic 2, Sonic 2, you could like go down and then spin into a ball, and then that was different.
No, 1 you could go into a ball, but I mean that's by pushing down.
Correct, yeah.
So that was literally all the same thing.
Yeah.
That's how they indoctrinated you, is by really fast. It was visually really cool. I mean, I don't know what it will look like now, but
I'll tell you, the labyrinth zone, the water zone in Sonic was fucking terrible. I got anxiety from that fucking noise, like when you're about to drown in that fucking game. But
I mean, it was also a big jump from like what Game Boy too. Like if you really think, because you're talking about like an 8-bit game going all the way up to 16 or
32, whatever.
32.
Sonic was on Game Boy originally.
No. I'm just saying, like comparing the technology of like a Game Boy, like the pixels and everything, or like not even being in color yet, right?
Yeah.
Game Boy was awesome, man. The change car rides forever. That was.
Yeah. And you had to have the Game Boy Light to play it at night, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I forgot about that.
It was funny. I went from Nintendo and I crossed over to Sega Genesis, Sega Game Gear, and then I went to Nintendo 64, and then I went to PlayStation, and then PlayStation forever. No, I have an Xbox controller for my PC. I'm like a loser. Blade. So Mia Goth joins our favorite superhero in the Marvel pick. So
has there been speculation on the character? No? Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry, you're talking to me about that.
Yeah, because they used someone who doesn't look like Elsa Bloodstone for Elsa Bloodstone. And they used her twin actress right here for something else in a Blade movie, which, although they could definitely Werewolf by Night could be standalone. So I doubt it's Elsa, but I'm just saying. That's yeah. And have you guys seen any of these movies she's been in that are supposedly good?
Negative.
I have not.
I have not. They look somewhat entertaining, so I've kind of like maybe, especially Nymphomaniac Volume 2.
There's
has she been in a bunch of horror films or something like that?
Pretty much.
Horror movies, Pearl, Emma, Nymphomaniac. I don't know a lot of that. 2013. How old is this girl?
She is 29.
Okay.
So that's
19. Oh, god damn it. Never mind.
Yeah, survivalist ever. I don't know. Anyways.
She's married to Shia LaBeouf. That's what I found interesting.
Oh yeah, holy shit!
She must be nuts, dude. Because that guy's completely insane.
So,
or at least a maniac. I don't know if he's nuts. I actually like the guy, but he's fucking wild.
So they just like microdose all the time, then, or whatever.
Most likely, plant flags out in the middle of fields with cameras. Fucking fight 4chan.
Yeah, we never.
You just gotta do it.
Yeah, exactly. Rick Dotson put this one out. CGC partners with KLF Sports and Ace Universe for private signings with Brie Larson, Kit Harington, and Haley Steinfeld. I think didn't Haley do some signatures before? I felt like she has.
Yes,
probably.
It was sometime last year, wasn't it? And it was
during Hawkeye when Hawkeye came around.
It was either like right before or right after.
Okay.
I can't remember. That would be a Blue Green Artifacts question, because I know he's big onto the celebrity sightings.
Yeah, I would. I actually didn't remember that she was. Or I don't think I realized till today that she was Spider-Gwen for some reason. It's like about voice actresses, you know. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. She's got a lot of cool books that you could get signed. I think, and then maybe I'll think about it. I don't know. She better not be like $500 or something.
Well, do you do that Quesada variant for Brie Larson for Miss Marvel? Remember that Quesada variant I had two of that fucking was like the first one to put on CGC 9/8. It was all black cover
of Brie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, the thing with Brie though, it just depends sort of on the fanhood on her is sort of up and down. Like it's sort of hit or miss. They're definitely gonna rely on hoping she has more comedic value, it seems, by looking at the Marvels trailer, which is cool. I liked her a little more in not her in the like Endgame than in her Solo, but the Solo kind of grew on me. I don't know why. I just don't feel like I liked it that much the first time I saw it. But when I rewatched it, I actually do like it. So I mean,
did it hit that 90s like nostalgia for you then? The second time you watched it through?
Yeah, maybe a little more. Also, like they filmed it at the base, it's not that far from here, and stuff like that. That part's kind of cool, like watching it filmed in my desert. But yeah, so yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I was in a bad mood, but but I put it on to at least a couple more times for background.
Yeah,
and so I do like it. For Jon Snow over there, I don't know about those Black Knight deals.
Yeah,
I'm 100% going Game of Thrones.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd have to look up some of the covers. I definitely want to do that number 1 that has like the dire wolves and stuff on there would probably be good on there. I can't think of another exact. I don't know them well enough. I can't picture like an iconic sort of like well-posed Jon Snow in any of the comics. I don't know which one is his first appearance. He might be in the first one. I don't know. I obviously didn't read them. So I only watched the TV. I did not read the books or that. So I'd like to see what's up with that. And I know he's probably a tough sig, but
that's first cover app, I guess. First cover.
Is that?
It just says first cover app. It doesn't say.
Yeah. And I'm also kind of
bad.
I'm also kind of curious with the companies they're teaming up with to do these private signings. So it's obviously now for profit instead of like being for a charity, like some of the other celebrities were doing beforehand.
Okay. I'm sorry, I blipped off.
I'm not sure. Okay, so KLF Sports and Ace Universe.
Because I want to say like Ace Universe, aren't they like connected to a comic convention somewhere in Arizona or something like that? Or
let's look at these people. Like authentic. Oh, look at fucking Ronaldo.
Okay. All right. So obviously some pretty exclusive talent there.
Yeah.
I doubt they're signed.
I mean, okay, with Harrison Ford, because wasn't that like what $1,000 signature?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm trying to look it up. I'm trying to see that whole email. I mean, I hope it's on CGC.
Yeah, there you go. They do Collins, obviously.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I can look at that too. I think I save all my emails.
Yeah, I'm trying to search my phone so I can search them all at once. But
who are you looking for, Haley?
I just thought maybe Kit Harington's name would show up in the email search. So what do we have here? And they don't. It's a lot of weird emails that's showing up in, but okay.
Oh, you know why? I think it's in I get it in promos, and I delete my promos.
There you go. Miguel H.
Oh,
listed out the prices.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. $319. That's not terrible. I hate to say $319 is not terrible. I know we're all not super rich, but
for a celebrity signature.
Even Haley Stein or Kit Harington and Haley Steinfeld's only $219. That seems cheap to me.
Yeah, no, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. It's just whether you're going to get added value. It's got to be the perfect books.
Yeah,
I'm behind. I think people are catching on to that. Blue Green Tony's been good at this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chris has been good at this for at least the McFarlanes, and I think some other things too. Just never completely been my thing. I messed up by not doing any of the McFarlanes this year because I have a lot of stuff that I was going to do for it.
Mm-hmm.
I even bought some other stuff like some Ghost Rider covers and things like that he doesn't have very many of. And I blew it. I didn't get him out in time. So
just wait another 2 years and he'll sign another 10,000 books or whatever it was.
Exactly. 100,000 books, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, was it 100,000? I forgot how many it was.
I don't know. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like 100,000. It was like the most ever.
Yeah.
It's not close. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I know he always has like he has like one of the most signatures for CGC too.
Yeah, it's like John Cena's Make a Wish, and then everyone else below him is like that style. Like it's like Todd McFarlane and then everybody else.
And dude,
well, I mean, I figured Stan Lee would be up there as well.
I guess.
Yeah, but I mean,
Stanley's. I mean, there's got to be. Stanley's got the most SS books for sure. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's close. A lot of it went. A lot of it went into PC and stuff like that. I've only got a couple stands left. I let a couple go that I shouldn't have.
I think I have 3 left.
I bought one and I didn't even. I mean, it's a book that nobody cares about, but still, I just bought it because it was cheap.
Yeah,
it was a 9.6. Who cares? What else we got? You got anything on this? DC Knights Terrors event reveals new superhero one shots.
I mean, what I have is it looks entertaining because I like horror stuff.
Okay.
So I know I linked the article. I don't know if you scrolled through or not, just because. Yeah. So basically, they're going to introduce. I think the name's God. It probably says it right here. Anyway, Insomnia. I think is going to be the new guy that puts these people in their nightmare states. So they're going to fight each other and fight like with themselves in there. But they really, I think they pulled out all the stops for these covers. I was reading this earlier today, but I know some people were posting in the Discord about this. Some are mad, but a lot of these are actually really good. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That looks like a Wilkins, but it's not.
Oh, that's one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. So she's Detective Chimp. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and the one under that I think is amazing. This one, this just catches me. I don't know who did the art. I was listening to artists, but I was scrolling through them all kind of quickly today, and they all seem to have this.
Harris.
Yeah, that just seems. There you go. 1 in 25. That's good. At least it's ratio. I'd probably be in for trying to plug in 9.8 of one of these. And I think there's 4 issues each of these series. So Superman. That looks like Wilkins too. Who's that?
1 second.
Who's that?
Matina.
I was gonna hit him up today. Oh, it is Matina. That okay.
It looks like Skeletor kind of.
It does,
right.
And the movie poster style, and Wilkins did it, and it's Matina, so he totally could have stolen from Wilkins.
This is Ward. You can hover over him, you can see the picture.
There's a good Green Lantern that looks almost like Raphael Grandpa or something like that. I don't know who that is.
Brocktukin.
I think that artist has like similar covers to that for something else.
Yeah,
like cityscapes or whatever, and it's like
okay.
In that art,
I love art like that. I do. See, that's good right there.
I don't know.
There's if you keep going a little bit, there's a pretty decent Perillo Green Lantern. What I thought anyway. So we've got the Power Girl stuff. Yeah. So I mean, overall, just by kind of scrolling through this, I don't know what you guys think. I just thought there's some pretty
cool. That's Matina again.
That's Matina, obviously, yeah. Stuff like that. I think we're almost to the green. Yeah, we've got the Nightwing one. So Nightwing.
This is Georgiev.
Jason Todd and Tim Drake are going to be in this fighting each other. So you can kind of see, obviously, that's happening. Robin stuff.
Sorry, I wish I could get
Titans, man.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, that's nice.
It seems like they're kind of like shifting gears from like building on the DC stuff and like transitioning into something else, which is probably a smart idea because I mean, like I don't know how many people kept on reading like the continuation stories of all those books.
Yeah, that's a Perillo Green Lantern.
Yeah. It doesn't say ratio. It doesn't say ratio. I don't know if this is just the first cover. Yeah,
I think that's number 1. Yeah. I think I saw. I think I read it because I wanted to see which one it was. So being open order, there should be a lot of 9/8 of that or ability because this card sucks up. Ooh, right. I like that.
That's a limb.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, it should be. I think there'd be good storylines. I'm see them try hard, transition, and to have all these covers out already. Like clearly, they've sort of been planning for this and plotting on it. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we get a hopefully we get a good I don't know, a good DC series to be rolling in. So many times they've dropped the ball trying to finish them off, Forever Evil and everything else. You know what I mean? So yeah, kind of cool with this. And they're bringing up the dead man's going to come have to try to save the world. So there we go. Giving Dead Man a big role. Could lead into maybe some Justice League Dark on the big screen in the future. Oh, they've been trying that forever. So who knows? Who knows?
We have is it Jaffee? Is that
Yeah,
Al Jaffee? Yeah, Mad Magazine folding artist. Yeah,
Yeah,
dies at 102, man. That's a healthy age, man.
Yeah.
So,
dude, that's beyond.
Yeah.
102. I'm not sure I want to be 102, man.
I don't know.
Right? And 44's got some issues.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You guys are younger than me, but
didn't they have like recently the like the omnibuses where one side's like the full back page and then on the other side is like the actual fold-in art? So,
I've got them on my watch list. I definitely would like to spend like a day just flipping through that, reading through it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did a lot of stuff for Mad though. It wasn't just that. I know he even worked at Marvel. I think Stan Lee hired him at Marvel in the 1950s, even 1940s, I think. And then but he did a lot of and then he also worked at Timely. He did some of the cartoons though. Like I think it's Sammy the Seal and I don't know, Somebody the Pig, not Porky or anything. And so he did that for a long time for them, for Mad for forever. And he retired and they were gonna save his last back cover for his death, but they used it for his retirement since it was only like 5 years ago. So yeah. No, seriously, it was only like 5 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they said his wife died like 2 years ago. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah. Second
Second wife. But yeah, so no, he's just been responsible for a lot of pop culture, a big influence on Mad. I know he started working on Mad and EC in the 50s. I know he was going to be able to get magazine work. I think maybe they might have transitioned Mad into a magazine. One of the reasons was to keep Al Jaffee there.
Yeah.
So anyway, great artist, and folding for over 50 years, every issue. And they said that they didn't think it was like one of the top guys wouldn't have liked the fold in, but that Gaines really liked the idea, and it's a joke because Playboy is so popular with the center folds, and all the Sports Illustrateds are like all the different ones that have these big old fold outs for posters. So tongue in cheek, the fold in instead of the fold out. So it's been the back page, and that's always been a plight for 9.8 Mads, is because the back covers folded so many times rather than not. And even as a kid, but they even said when they started doing this in the 60s or whatever, that one of the reasons they did it like that was that they hoped that the collector would buy one and then fold the other one. But I even remember when I was a kid, I was like, these might be worth something someday. So comic book collector in the 80s when I started getting Mad 265, the Garbage Pail Kids one, which is not why I have the shirt on, with nauseating Newman on the cover. The inside back cover of that had Garbage Pail Kids with like political figures, and I thought that was pretty funny and cut them out. So even when I was a kid, I'd fold them like so gently and like hold them, but it'd still be rounded without creasing them.
Nice.
And the times I tried to crease them, I remember I'd crease them wrong. I'd be all mad. So anyway, yeah. Most of mine aren't folded, but mine were not bagged and boarded since the 80s. So there's that.
Yeah.
In a garage, they don't last that long. So they're at least there.
Next on the list, we have Nightcrawler is a new Uncanny Spider-Man. So
whatever.
Yeah, I just posted it. I thought it was interesting. Nightcrawler is very random.
Nightcrawler should have stayed dead.
Well, I mean, if you got to get rid of the Spider-Verse, that just opens up the floodgates where spider people could just pop up anywhere now at this point, right?
But Uncanny Spider-Man. Now, I don't think we've ever seen an Uncanny Spider-Man before, right?
Yeah, right.
And I wonder if it has, he's got a black suit. I've not read whatever this article is.
Yeah.
It's a little weird how he's spreading his legs at us, but
yeah.
It's been a Spidey post for a long time.
Yeah, it looks like a kick, maybe. I'm guessing. I don't know.
It's a weird. Yeah, for
If
someone
it's-
who can just teleport places, web crawler is like way more active than you think he would be.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, why are you jumping into teleport, bro? Just do it.
Yeah, right.
Gone later, right?
Does it even need webs then? At
Yeah,
that
it's
point?
like
why the fuck would he need webs?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know I'm in the minority as an X-Men fan with a lot of people, but just I'm never giving a shit about Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
Was decent in the movies, I guess, but
I think it was weird in the adventures where he would just he's like, I'm scared because I don't know what goes on the other side. I could be stuck in a wall. You know, it's like from the cartoon too. It's like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's a fucking wuss.
David Harbour is officially confirmed to play Frankenstein in DCU's Creature Commandos.
That's my favorite casting of the week. That's for sure.
Good.
I would love to see this dude. I'm excited about Creature Commandos in the first place.
Yeah.
So to have this dude drop it, hell yeah, man.
I mean, it seems like
Are we
right
getting
up his alley.
Stranger? Are we getting Stranger Things this year or next year?
Aren't they transitioning that to animation?
No, but there's one season left.
Oh, okay.
Season 5, right?
Yeah, there's one final one.
I would guess like, don't they usually show up in like October?
So
it fall time.
So it says filming is going to be May, June 2023. If filming starts mid 2023, like it states, it could be possibly mean that late 24 would be.
Oh god,
I hate these 2-year breaks, man.
Yeah.
The kids are going to be like 50 years old before it's done.
Hey man, hey.
Yeah, dude, little nerd kid sprouted up.
It's like Saved by the Bell, the college years, man. You know.
And some of them were better actors when they were 8 than when they're 13. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
Like, you notice some role reductions in some forced lines, you know. And I did. It's funny. I did not funny, but like I watched the end of last season. Well, I mean the whole season. Obviously, while I watched last season, I thought I was watching the final season. So, I mean, clearly it's continued on the season. I don't think I'm ruining anything for anybody to say that, you know, it wasn't finalized because it wasn't freaking over. Yeah, I want to see that Santa movie. It wasn't freaking over. So now I'm like, oh, they're doing another year. Okay. I'm glad they get another year. And they didn't. And it didn't. No, the ending wasn't bad. It just was bad if it was a finite ending. You know, if it was the end of the series, it was a bad ending, but it was a good crossover. It's going down out there.
I didn't watch this because I'm a loser. The Penguin HBO Max had an in-production teaser. I just put that out there just in case people tracking this.
Did watch. Does look good.
Good.
I mean, Colin Farrell's a really good actor. I do like they're doing Gotham. I mean, if you saw the Batman, you get what they're going with, and it's connected. It's connected to that also. So it's not like, you know, there's no surprise. It's no surprise or anything. It's like, but it takes place after the Batman, so that's good.
And then our little thumbnail of the week. Russo brothers are interested in directing DCU's The Brave and the Bold. I'm sure. I love to hear. Did you talk to Trey about this? I'd love to hear his opinion on it. I wonder if he's super pumped about it.
I haven't talked about it. I mean, dude, I don't know if DC is recognizing a bit of I don't know if DC's, you know, if they're recognizing a bit of where Marvel's hitch is, and I think the hitch with Marvel is being overplayed because of COVID and because of the filming issues that we had, and because of how the after you use up all your best characters and you cast them so well, you can't just have there's not like necessarily another new Chris Evans because you just burnt 10 years of Captain America. Same as Downey. You just can't do it. So I think it's being overplayed, and it's people's also their opinion whether they like what Marvel is producing, and I like it. It's not comparison to the real, you know, this new what are we in phase 6 or something, but it should be like phase 1B.
And I
or
think
phase
too,
2B or something like that.
well, the only one that's like really from DC's perspective, besides, I mean, we had some terrible Batmans, but like Joker's probably the one finite that's like an iconic casting on each three roles that are actually pretty, decent all the way. But Batman, like we had Clooney and we had Val Kilmer, and like it's like forgettables. I mean, not saying they were terrible by all stretch of imagination, but like you said, trying to get iconic castings and then within the next 5 to 10 years, and like, oh, we're gonna just forget that happens. It's just tough, really tough. When that person embodies the character.
It is, and it's a transition, and Disney Star Wars is doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
Is there even at least Marvel's still putting movies in the theaters for us? I don't care. I'm always gonna be like, want to be one of the first weekend guys to a movie that really needs to be seen on the big screen. Like some, you know what I mean? Like the new Tom Hanks movie or something, man. I was like, I'm having lunch with my mom maybe, but like other than that, like, dude, I'm not going to the theater for that shit at all. And I mean, it's sad because it used to be a bigger hobby of mine, but for this stuff, I'm still a go to the movies kind of guy. So, and then rewatch it when it's on my bootleg 2 weeks later. But
yeah, right.
Yeah. Or HBO or whatever. That's how it goes. And so we'll see. So maybe they're trying to, strike while iron's hot, trying to give themselves a little bit of play around room. And if maybe the Russo brothers see that, and maybe they can do that. Maybe they can help. I mean, they did a great job for a long time. Some of the best Marvel movies easily. Yeah. And so hopefully we can do that. And I mean, with the Flash, man, this Flashpoint deal. I mean, you've got we're gonna get Supergirl. We've got Michael Keaton. Batfleck is coming back. Not that everybody necessarily loves Batfleck, but I was just fine with him. The older version of him. I don't think they've really miscast Batman because I like them all for what they were. Batman and Robin that everybody hated. They sort of state, we got Jim Carrey as the Riddler and Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. It felt like a comic book movie. Yeah, it was campy.
Because it was over the top.
But I enjoyed it. Alicia Silverstone, Batgirl. I liked it.
It's Adam West, but modern Adam West, right? Like pow and bam. Yeah,
100%.
Well, I mean, do you think that with James Gunn at the helm, though, like, is he going to like start trying to like recreate that Guardians magic that he created? Just picking like the most like off the wall characters that no one's thinking of, and see if he can make movie magic with that again.
I don't see it. I think he's smart enough to be serious that we can't have a bunch of. They can't all be that.
I think he can have flyers, right? So he can do like Batman, Superman, like the mainstays. But I think he has more creative control with the flyers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a ton of pressure. Like, let's be honest, every Marvel movie needs to be a home run, right? I mean, that's a precedent they kind of set. And it's like,
yeah, kind of,
yeah. And it's like nowadays, it's like, and again, I don't know, and I don't know what Kevin does over there. Is he more creative control clamp down, and like Gunn is going to be like, hey, you guys just do it, and I just kind of just move the pawns around, and you guys are the ones who kind of flesh out whoever that character is.
Yeah. I guess we'll just have to see like what it develops into.
Yeah, it depends. I think we can judge it by the property. They're not going to make a goofy ass Batman.
Yeah, and for me, I think it's like I take him as a sports general manager, right? You give him 5 years, right? Yeah, he does in 5 years, and I mean that's a test of time. I think a lot of people are going to come out with the first couple movies, and if they're not the greatest thing, and since sliced bread, everybody's going to get on the bandwagon to hate them, and this is the worst move, and the keyboard warriors and the second armchair quarterbacks. So.
I mean, but I feel like that's what his test into the DC market was, Suicide Squad and
and Peacemaker, one of my favorite comedies, literally one of my favorite TV comedies of all time by now.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. That was fucking amazing, dude. Yeah, and we're getting another Peacemaker, right?
Yeah, season 2, I think.
Yeah, it's great. But we already had 2 seasons, didn't we?
Or 3, yeah, 3.
Wait, we've had 2 Peacemakers, I think. So I think it'll 3. Am I crazy?
I
And it's
thought it was only
every 2 years thing is bullshit, man.
I thought it was only one season.
It's only
Okay.
one season. Yeah, one
Is it
season.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, okay.
I think they
I don't
confirmed
give a
a
shit.
second season. But I mean,
Yeah,
like,
they did. So Superman Legacy is set to be released in 2025, and then by confirming that Peacemaker will come out after the feature film. So I don't know if it's 26 or.
And
so
also,
one of the first shows to be on the Max. They
Yeah,
dropped the HBO
Yeah.
part, right?
they did, yeah.
It costs
I
extra.
think it does.
No, I'm just joking. Like,
Oh.
like having the HBO costs extra.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think though, also this I don't know. I think this is one I screenshot. I think by listening to them talk, it's a little misleading also to just say Brave and the Bold. I think they're just saying basically they're interested in the universe, and that was like that was something that would come up, but like you know what I mean? But like, yeah, to see them on a Bats and Damien dynamic would be fucking good. So I'd like to see it. And they'd have the right characters. They can create new characters and do whatever they want with them, you know. And you know what? Think about this. Unlike DC just in consideration of Marvel, they're considered entertaining, but to some of the movies entertaining, but overall as a failure compared to trying to put together that DCU the way the MCU was put together on film. And so all their characters aren't burnt. Like if you get a movie that nobody liked and recast a good character, I don't think there's an issue. There's nobody so iconic that you can't do that. I mean, I don't know about replacing Margot Robbie would be tough. So if we're gonna have Gaga in the Joker movie, but that's just, I mean, that's just standalone, right? The Joker doesn't have anything to do with it, and so that, you know, I guess that's okay, whatever. Yeah. So I don't know, and I don't know how they weren't supposed to they weren't even supposed to make a second one of those. So we'll see how it goes. So
I didn't.
Whenever it's a cash grab.
They just threw money at it until it's like, will you agree to it now? Will you agree to it now? Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I didn't add the bad idea thing. You want to talk about that? You didn't care.
I don't really care. I thought it was just kind of like stupid,
entertaining.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess not, since you already said it. Okay. So bad idea is doing trading cards, but only for donuts. So that's another pop-up store in SC Comic Con. They're selling donuts with free comic books and trading cards now. So there's just
and so they have donut flavors that match the card. Did you see the flavors?
Yeah, but I seriously doubt it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure they're just naming it that, but it's probably going to taste like something completely different, right?
Well, the thing was, so when they did that Perfect Donut promo, and I think you guys probably do. I don't know if everybody knows, but it was at a show last year, maybe Heroes or something. I forget.
It's at the same con.
Is it the same?
Yeah, because it's like South Carolina. It's at South Carolina.
Yeah,
I don't. Anyway, sure, let's call it the same. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
there we go. I didn't even see those. So they had so all they did was those box, and people are, you did make the perfect donut. And like, so I actually talked to Dinesh about it. Then he's like, I don't understand how these people watch us walk in with new boxes of donuts that say Krispy Kreme every hour and then sell them out of this box. Don't realize that maybe we didn't create the perfect donuts and we were just walking back and forth to Krispy Kreme. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, dude. So they did not invent a bakery. They did not have a pop-up bakery. But if you would have asked them, they would have told you that. It's not like they're, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a gimmick thing or whatever. Yeah,
dude, it's just putting a donut in your packaging.
Yeah.
You know,
and you know, it's just like something, I guess, out of the box, right?
Yeah, it's always gonna be something. And so they just expanded on this like hilarious donut idea.
Yeah. And it's like,
and then so you can only get the donut card number 5. If I read it correctly, the donut card number 5 is only this SC Comic Con, and then the 6 through 9, if you buy like a box that'll come with like a comic and some other things, which I don't think you have to buy there. I don't think you have to buy there. I wasn't even clear if they're for sale there or if you're just going to be ordering them online. but the only way you can collect them all is to go to South Carolina. And
Yeah.
there are, dude. I mean, Bad Idea's got their fans, so
Yeah.
they're gonna do that.
Interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought the interesting part was that the donut books from last year
Mhm.
and even just the boxes still go for money. Like the boxes go for like $20, and then like the comic is still selling around 70 or something stupid like
Jesus.
that. I mean, I don't know what the buy-in was, but I would assume it was like what, 20, $30 maybe,
Cool.
50. I don't know.
Yeah, if you notice, they're I mean, they're doing their best to do it right. Like if you see anything you do, or anything that they do,
People talk
compared
about
to
it.
yeah, that not only people talk about it, but it's not significantly overpriced either.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, you were at Baltimore last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, their free comic, pop-up thing there.
Yeah.
That was a free comic or whatever, but it was
Yeah.
funny to see what the book was because it said like
Blank.
this is not Wyoming, right? And it's just all blank pages within the comics, and it just has like the credits written on the inside.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you had to, and like I said, and people selling them for 80 or 100 on eBay.
Mhm.
They don't give a shit if you
piece,
sell
right?
it on eBay. Yeah. I mean, obviously that price didn't hold, but like,
Yeah.
they're selling for that much a piece. They got them on there. You know what you had to do? You
Take
had
a
to
selfie
take a
with-
selfie on
with
social
a
media
cutout.
of a cutout and you had to do it 2 times, and you get one for each book, or you could only do it for one book if you wanted. But I
Yeah.
don't know why you wouldn't just do it once,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
I did get to hang with them at they didn't have a booth, but at WonderCon out here.
Yeah.
So snuck in with Dinesh to the Tiki Bar, the Disneyland Hotel.
Nice.
We had to jump
Nice.
through construction sites and everything else to get our zombies or whatever the hell we had. The nice steak dinner. So
Dennis is an animal. I love Dinesh.
Dude, he's great.
Yeah,
We work together. Whenever I see him, he goes like, "Okay, we're going out tonight, right?"
Yeah.
I go like, you found the right guy, buddy. Let's go. It's well known that my answer is gonna be like, "Yes, Dinesh, let's rock."
Let's go on to the market report. Yeah, so let's not hold our breath. I didn't do any kind of backup data, but that's okay. 667 Delano variant 9.2, $10,600.
The rare one. I like that title.
The rare one, yes, not the other one.
Yeah.
The
But
rare.
weren't 98 selling for this much not too long ago?
No, 98s have been 30 to 40,000.
Oh, they're 30 to 40. Okay.
Yeah, it's this or Miles for 40 grand, or the Miles newsstand, however you want to look at it.
So we got this one. We got ASM 1.
I always get scared of raw books on
that big money. Yeah.
Probably depending on the seller, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot of feedback. It looks like not like a 1. Bat 251.90.
That seems like a good braid, or good price, especially with white pages.
Yeah, 90.
And Neil Adams passing away as well too.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Captain Britain 198, $2,000 almost. Wow. And it's gotta have the glasses inside too, just so in case somebody grabs one, make sure you have the glasses in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, man. I have one that could be 98. The glasses are there, but they're not attached.
I think it's green. I think it's green because they're
removed from like a holder or something.
Yeah, it's like the tattoos from.
No, they're glued in.
Oh, it's glued in.
Yeah.
To like the last page or something like that, or back page.
It's 46. I think it's an inside front. It's in the other room. I can grab it, but
not a big deal.
Yeah, but the other thing though about that, it's like I need to see one of these up close because this is newsprint, right? This is even if it was comic paper, but this is freaking newsprint. Like it'll if you encapsulate it, man, it's got to just eventually start to push those glasses through the newsprint.
Yeah, well,
especially 46-year-old newsprint, which wasn't made to keep.
Yeah, it's gonna deteriorate. Like you said, it's gonna. I don't know how many years it's gonna take, but like you said, eventually it's gonna permeate through. Yeah, it's gonna indent that back or whatever.
And it does seem like it's this seems like a good deal, especially considering magazine turnaround times are like fucking 9 months or something like that.
Yeah, and it's our favorite buyer too, Blizzard.
Okay, yeah.
Our buddies, look at that. Is that really Hype Comics? You think?
Oh yeah,
I'd imagine.
they did mention they were
Nice.
auctioning one.
Okay, 1950, respectable. 9.8, Clone Wars.
Nice. That's not bad.
One bidder.
Actually, that's decent. Yeah, so it's probably by now, but yeah.
Or they just listed at a hype
bad.
or at the lowest price they were willing to take or whatever. That's what I would assume.
Just out Hype Comics.
The what?
Yeah.
Oh wait, or is theirs with a dash? Because aren't there like multiple Hive comics too?
Oh, I don't know.
I would have figured I would figure 149 is not them. I figured they'd be more active on eBay, but
I don't think they've used eBay as a platform a lot.
I mean,
yeah, because if they mention, if you said they have one for sale, I mean, I imagine it's probably them.
Yeah, I mean, I could always text James later or something like that.
Hey, we don't need that. We don't need to borrow the boys. We do a seller spotlight. Let's look. Clone Wars 1. UGC 98.
AOA, I think Hive Comics would take a better pick.
Hey.
That's pretty funny.
That's kind of funny.
Lightwood, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah, that's James then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out in South Carolina now.
And he ships, so yeah.
Well, I mean, I would assume that
it could be his also, like personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume also that like he probably started a Hive Comics business, eBay store. So him and Jonathan can both post. Yeah.
That's all their exclusive books. So yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's all them.
Yeah.
Look at that. Where did I stop at? So we're gonna talk about this one. Dark Horse 49, right? So 9/8's $450, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's like a preview for
yes.
Yeah.
And then 2,400 and $2,000 for a 9/8. So I think that's what he was trying to.
Both newsies, but yeah.
Yeah.
Good. You know what? In my opinion, that's what should happen.
Right.
A preview is a cool fucking thing. Says the guy who just sold the comic scene 31 for $2,000. But but yeah, the preview is cool, but like a first appearance newsstand to me, I mean, come on. And we all know this is good. Everybody's known this is a good investment for a long time.
Was this book the one that was a trade paperback before it was an individual comic?
No, but there's a toy version also. There's a toy version. There's this version, and then there's the comic store version. But it's funny, the comic one's the glossy one, the comic store version. This one's newsy, so it's actual newsprint. It's like this one's easier to press. It's more likely to be damaged, but it's easier to press because it's paper. It's not that glossy shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean you're gonna find them in better condition, and I don't think there's as many of them by any chance. So
yeah,
I'd still go with the newsy.
Yeah, I got a 9.4 or 9 something laying around in the back 40 here somewhere. This book, Edge of Spider-Verse 2, that I know our buddy Mr. Z always hates to bring up. $5,000 almost for a signed Latour Renzi Greg Land variant.
Do you think this book will ever reach the prices of UF4?
No.
1 in 25s?
No. Because it's a female.
Just okay.
I'll be a dick. I'm just
yeah.
The market's never. Yeah.
Well, I only asked that because it came out relatively in the same time period, and then with them both being in like Into the Spider-Verse movies, and always like there's always a rumor, oh, they're gonna show up in blah blah blah. So
I don't know if this was the same listing with multiple pictures. Okay, so I see what he did here. I thought it was multiple listings of the same different pages. John said X-Men 1 just coverless. It's really wrecked for $255.
It's like they found it in a gutter somewhere, and then it was like kind of like, I know what this is.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it out. It's like out of the rainstorm. Oh dang it! Where's
the cover go?
Oh, it flew away. Gosh. So just I know he talks about coverless books.
Kurt Love found that next to his trash can.
He probably did.
After he's done with his
you can
threesome,
just
throwing
separate
away his
out,
condoms.
just separate it out in pages now, and then grade them, right? And so each page.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dude, that book even though
I think it's up, right? Because it was down. Wasn't it 300 at some point? Like really cheap.
Oh, what? No, I was talking about grading GSX by the pages.
Yeah.
Maybe that first page, but the rest, it's not exactly rare like AF-15 or Hulk 1 or some shit.
Yeah, but I mean,
I have no idea. Harbinger was it? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No worries.
No. Yeah, Harbinger 1. I thought it was like this was up because I thought it was up for a while, like $1,000 book, and then all of a sudden it like dropped like a rock, and now I think it's around 715.
Well, wasn't it rising again because of Bloodshot and all that? That was supposed to start like a Valiant like universe.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened or whatever, and no one gives a shit about Bloodshot.
Their super salesman had a bad idea, and here we are.
Yeah, pretty much. We got a little Hulk 1 annual, so a Steranko cover. 9.4 for $1,500, man. It's from '68, man, with a smiley face.
Dude, that's it. One of the best covers of all time.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah,
I'd have Steranko sign. That'd be sick. He'd probably talk my ear off for 10 minutes about it, but it'd be
funny.
I wouldn't mind Steranko signing this. Yeah.
I bought an X-Men 50 from someone, and instead of getting it cracked and
regraded
and signed, he had Steranko just sign the case.
Yeah,
because CGC wasn't there or whatever.
Yeah, that's harder to do. I hate to say it. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it was probably like a smaller con or whatever.
That's a Paul's problem, dude.
Paul did it to that one dude. I was there in Toledo. He's like, "Yeah, just sign the case, man." I'm like, okay.
You gotta love him.
So I just gotta wipe it off before I sell it, right? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, right. Johnny Quest 5, of all things. Dave Stevens cover, obviously. 9/8's $291 at $240. I mean, not saying these are going to be out in the wild for $1 in like 9/8 condition, but
no, we're not in 9/8.
Just a little love, little Johnny Quest
love.
That's
good, man. Just artist collecting for $300 always makes me happy.
Probably tough to hit a 9/8 too. On top of that.
Hey man, it's what I do. I'm trying to hold the show up. I don't know. Just hang out. Signing the case is dumb. We'll talk to Paul about it. Signing the case is madness. Cap 120 to 110 better cover than me. Thanks. More.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify. I didn't get the case signed.
Yeah, you did. Don't lie. You're just not taking it.
Yeah. No, I bought it as like that, and I was like, kind of like, all right, because the price was like way too cheap for a 9.2 blue label already. So I was like, kind of all
right. More Fun 8. I'm not gonna plan that I know anything about this book.
You got me.
Yeah, I don't really know either. $4,000 for this book. Go find one of those in your bag, man. I highly doubt you're gonna find one.
Oh, is this like a precursor to DC book kind of situation?
I know you're gonna tell me this.
I mean, just like from basing off the title, right? And like being 30. Oh wait, no, 36. Wouldn't that be later? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
I'm sure one of our chat members would know. So someone in the chat correct us of what this book is.
Yeah. I have no idea. I'm so dumb. Oh, it went on Heritage of all things. More Fun, no issue of More Fun exactly. These oversized issue are suddenly seen in this condition. This issue is a Gerber 7. It dates from a time when DC was still run by Malcolm Wheeler Nicholson. Published all 2 titles, this one and New Comics. So, and Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster was on more than 2 years before Superman first appeared. So,
pre-Superman.
There's a child's small drawing on the front cover, various color pencils talks about cover the condition when it was on Heritage. So, yeah, so
okay,
pre-Superman. Look at you. That's a fucking champion over here. He's the one carrying the show, not me. Anyway, it's all about it. Phantom, cool Phantom cover. Phantom 37. Kidnapped Princess, so $2,000 for this. So, Australian, so $1,300. But probably pretty rare. You probably don't see a lot of Phantom 37s rolling around. This one in Australia of all things. So
Yeah, but probably not at Gerber 7 level.
yeah, right.
Dude, what is this thing? Is that American comic?
Yeah. So we were talking about this is Gerber 7 on the file. This is Phantom issue 37.
2000 Aussie. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, 2000 Aussie. Yeah.
So it might be. What's that price? That might not be dollars.
Yes, it says right underneath 1342 US.
All right. I was gonna say, tell John don't put foreign books on here if he's not gonna be here to explain them.
Yeah, I know.
or if Josh or Rob are not on, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, same difference. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Like Jesus, please. Pre-Aquaman? Is that a joke? I don't know. The Phantom Oz.
Probably not.
Oh, Phantom Oz books paper quality was shithouse. Interesting. Cool. So interesting. I love art chat. They actually know what they're talking about. Like we should know. Sailor Moon books from San Diego Comic-Con from '98.
That looks like a real steal of a price.
Yeah, it looks like good price.
Doesn't like the pink like moon cover? Doesn't that sound for like 1,000 by itself?
I don't know if it was
or even higher.
It's at least double that. I thought.
Yeah,
and I don't know anything about the other ones.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the other ones. I just know that pink cover one is always like sought after.
I would see this and pass it up, but I don't know what the hell this even is. It's terrible. I gotta remember that in the Rolodex.
I passed the Tokyo Pops, but for sure. I'll be honest. The only reason probably just doing these shows over the years. You know what I mean? Like when the hell do you ever get to a Sailor Moon section in a comic book bin? You know.
I've never even ran into a Sailor Moon section at a comic shop.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dude.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo 1 in a glorious 8.0 gold key for almost $3,000. $29.50 almost.
Man, people go crazy for that book.
Yeah. I don't have one of those.
Yeah. How often do you look through ebooks though, too?
Gold key? I never.
Yeah.
Never. I'm like, this is trash. It's because right next to F, like Fantastic Four. Once I get past 48 or 52, I just skip gold keys. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Here's another one. UF4. There we just talked about it. UF4 96. So this 96 was $10,000, 10,600. This 96 is 8,100.
I think I mean, it's just the reason scarcity.
Yeah, correct.
Like the 667 doesn't exist. This thing, a lot of them exist.
Okay.
A lot of them in every grade exists, and whatever. Great book. I'm not hating on it, but it's not hard to find. There's a copy of it on eBay any given day of the week.
Yep. It's a new ASM 300, right? Or New Mutants 98.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Although UFO's not fun. I mean, it's a great character, and for sure they've been trying to cast live action for a few years, and haven't found the right guy. So yeah, anybody in the studios will tell you you should probably hold.
Yeah.
So would you auction this book though?
Honestly, it depends. It depends how much money I needed that month.
I mean, I guess it would depend on the timing of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be the only one I auctioned, but I don't know. I mean, the market's down, man. So you're getting stuff I've auctioned stuff I didn't want to auction. They usually done okay, but I run a bunch of auctions at once and run at least 20. I never do like one book auction, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know the answer, but I probably wouldn't auction it. And even on these modern variants, I'd have to check, like if I was consigning with one of the, Comic Link or Heritage or some shit, I'd have to kind of check to see.
Well, because I know what Steve Horn, like he set the record for the 9.8 through Heritage.
Yeah.
Which was like what, 40 something thousand?
Yeah.
I mean, that's for a 9.8 or whatever, but I mean, so you would think that like a 9.6 would get close to that half range part. But yeah, look,
something like that. You know what though? I gotta say, soft market or not, with that money coming out, or with that movie coming out, a 9.6 and this, I'd love. Okay, I see there's only two pictures. I'd probably be asking for more, because to make to pay 8,000 with a chance at a $40,000 investment.
Yeah.
I could at least be sure, or mostly sure, that this isn't going to drop.
Yeah.
Then 8,000 for a shot at 40,000 isn't exactly the worst.
That's a Logan Paul big brain move right there. That's a Charizard Pikachu move.
So yeah, since you're saying since it has the old label, you might take the gamble on CPR it.
Oh yeah, I think for that big of a jump, I think so. I mean, it's a good cover. It's first appearance. The live action is gonna happen. They're gonna transition.
That's what he did with his Pikachu. Was a Pikachu Illustrator? I mean, he had a 9, a PS or a B, a Beckett 9, or a Beckett 9 or something.
Oh, the Illustrator card that was like given out at that tournament or whatever.
Yeah, and he bought it from Gary V, because Gary V had the only 10, and Gary V's on Make It Sell You the only 10 in existence. So he took the 9, and it looked perfect, and he broke it in half. You know, he unslabbed it and sent it back in and got
a 10.
A 10.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, for this one, and I'll be honest, just for anybody out there that wants to know, this is a pretty easy press.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the printings of this is the easiest press. For whatever reason, the first print is the first print in this are the about the same paper quality, so they would be just as easy. But because of those bags, putting the line in the back of that, and because people mishandling those bags, or when they got bagged, they got jostled around more. So this is actually the easiest press out of all of them. And I know, I mean, if you scroll back years on my Instagram, I mean, I've pressed 50 for just one guy.
Yeah.
And I've had, you know what I mean? I've had like, talk about sold too soon. I've had like 6 of them. I personally had like 6 of them, you know. I did auction my last copy because there's a reason for it, but whatever.
Because why not? No, I'm just
yeah. Well, there's the roof over my head.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know, I like this house more than I like that comic book.
Well, I did
buying a home was a good reason. But like, yeah.
Keeping your home,
right.
Keeping the lights on, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that bad, but yeah.
Well, if you go back to, I don't even know if they're on the website anymore. When I wrote for comicbookinvest.com back in the day, I did say we should buy UF4s, and I was going to say, you know, Miles, you know, when I did economics and comics, and I didn't take my own advice, and they were like, you know, $20 UF4s, and like you could get a variant for like $100.
Yeah.
I was like,
and there was a guy, Comic Matt Lee from Comic Madness, and he and Drew were the ones that split like all the leftover diamond stock. So, you know, they got like 100 copies each for $2 or whatever it was, and $2 each, not you know, so 200, so still a good deal.
Yeah.
And fucking he'd have them in the stacks at the cons. And he'd had him in a magazine bags and boards, where he'd have like 10 of them in each magazine bag.
Yeah.
And he'd let you have one per con. And so I'd go there, and I think they were $75 or $80 each. I'd go through them all. One time I went through the stack, and because there wasn't any 9.8s, it's probably the only time I ever passed, because the price went up after that. Not like this, clearly, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And I remember holding them. It was either Stanley's, no, I think it was Stanley's like kamikaze is what they used to call it. And I'm standing there at this, I'm on this tray, and I said, there's going to be a day that comes that we're going to regret not having all of these. Right? And sure shit, that day came with staring your face. And so, and at that point, he probably would have let you buy them all. But after a while, but the thing was, he was selling for $75, $80 or whatever. And I could get like $200 to $350 raw on eBay. Yeah. And so at that con, I know I could go make a bunch of fucking money. And it was a really good auction book, because when I'd run auctions, I'd run 30 or 40. I said 20 now because I usually do slabs, but back then I do 30 or 40 auctions at a time to try to draw attention to the other auctions. So I'd try to find like a beat ASM 300 or something that somebody's always going to look for to try to draw attention to my other auction. So it was always good to throw this in there. And I remember I'd also throw in, not the same auction, but I'd always buy Ultimate Fallout 4s when I'd see them. So I'd have a first print and a white second print. And because actually the the second print's actually the hardest to find.
Mhm.
Not the white one, even though actually the white and the other second print probably close to the same. And I'd auction them together as the first miles, dude. And I'd be happy to get $20 for the set, 30 or 40 in a good auction, $20 for a set of first and second print Ultimate Fallout 4s, and just kept plugging through them. And I just sent my last 2 to CGC, so. But those have helped for years. But hey, that's how it goes. You never would have foresaw that, though. If anybody had ever told me, I would have never thought that by the year 2023, the economy would be where it's at, or however you want to describe what's going on.
That the collectibles market would,
take a shit.
Yeah.
Or
explode and then take a shit.
Yeah.
Within a year or 2 or 3 or whatever it is.
And then I'd have a multiple books worth $40,000 each. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
But hey,
$800 Wizard 196 signed by McFarlane. Probably because of signature more than anything. I mean, Wizard 1.
Yeah, that's a good deal. I'd love to have that for $800.
But it's not even the SDCC version, right?
No.
Yeah.
World's Best Comics 1. Except, $1,300. We'll call them, a good day.
That's one of my favorite covers ever.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I just love it. It's just ridiculous. It's number 1. It's world's best. Yep. It's our 2 American superheroes and a little sidekick.
And then last but not least, we talked about a little bit. Werewolf by Night 92, $34.75.
Wow. Of all things holding, it's fucking that, huh?
Yeah, right.
Right.
But that's been gradually increasing too, hasn't it?
Possibly.
I mean, I don't ever keep track of what this was.
With a show that no one understands.
But it's gonna get a second season.
Yep.
Good. I'm glad. I liked it. But
I liked it too.
I'm telling you, the rest of my friends are like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
I hope they add some blood into it a little bit.
I think they were.
Disney. That's
you remember everybody was hating that Moon Knight, the actual character Moon Knight, didn't show up all. People were pissed off. They wanted more of that. So, well, that's not what this is kind of about.
Yeah, the costume.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like it was laying down a lot of groundwork, right?
Yeah.
100%.
I got a pickup. Bought something for my wife because I'm a nice person. So this is my first ever of one of these. Done a lot of stuff in my illustrious comic career. 9.9 action.
Nice.
I bought a 9.9. I've never had a 9.9. I've never subbed a 9.9. Never had one. So Freddy vs. Jason. There's 3 different covers. This is Jason, Freddy, and then you have Ash. This is the highest of Freddy at 9.9. There's a 10.0 of Jason and a 10.0 of Ash, maybe, or something like that. So
who's the artist on that?
Siam.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's cool. Is that the same series? It might not be because it's his Nightmare Warriors. As a Campbell had a connecting covers for number 1.
These
might be a different series.
I don't know if they're actually connecting.
I've subbed
no, that one is
199.
The J. Scott Campbell has connecting covers, but I think it's the original Freddy Jason, versus Ash.
Yeah, I've subbed 199 through CBCS. So do you think if I crossover grade it to CGC, they'll bump it up to a 10? I'm just joking.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm not saying.
Yeah, so Dino, the Freddy one, right above where your pointer's at. That's one of them, and it connects to that Jason one that's a couple below.
This one.
Yeah, and I think there's a second print that has all 3 of them as the front cover that's like sideways, and there's an Ash one cool in there too. Yeah,
this is probably the other one, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, because you can see the machete.
Yeah, I think this one's earlier than yours. I think this is the first time they were all together.
So yeah, that is correct. This is 2007, and the one I got was 2009.
Yeah,
but this is 2009.
And I think it's a second print that has them all together, and I think it's pretty hard to find.
And this is connecting covers too. This was for the 2009
version
it is
too.
Cool. Yeah. So this
is you just got to get a few more 9.9s, dude. No big deal.
Yeah, I know, right? No big deal. Let me go get those right away.
You just passed the.
This one.
Yeah. That's
you got to get the 10s though. You know, have
print.
one as a 9.
I mean, $75 isn't terrible.
So. Nah, it's a tough book to find. Really, really tough to. Like I said,
interesting with the landscape instead of the portrait style.
Yeah.
Things I see. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. Here, I'll show people.
We'll get there, bro.
Yeah, we'll get there. So I do some stuff. I can show some of my watch list. It's nothing too crazy. So I was watching. Here's a Rick Rude thing. See if I can do it by ended too. So I was looking at this. First of all, so I was looking at this one. This is a. So I was looking at this dual card. It's a Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin. This sold for $480. I should have bought it, but I didn't. Like an a-hole. And I was looking to just going down the rabbit hole of cool things, and I saw this actually. Ravishing Rick Rude auto, authentic, right? Not graded, but sick for $1,700. I don't know if I'd pay $1,700 or $1,600 for it, but still, it's.
Dude, how much for a pair of those custom airbrush tights you used to wear, dude?
I know. I don't know if that's going to be on the second season of. So they did a season on A&E about all the memorabilia from back in the day, like the butterfly robe from Ric Flair when he came out in '92 WWE Royal Rumble. But I think the tights would be insane, dude. It would. I would think multiple thousands, if not 100,000 for tights. I mean, those custom. I mean. The girl who used to custom airbrush his tights, you know.
Yeah, and he used to he put he'd paint like wrestlers' wives on there.
Yeah, so that one of the angles was Jake the Snake.
The warrior kissing his ass.
Yeah, it was not Jake it was Jake the Snake's wife or somebody's wife, Savage, or Hart, or somebody's wife back in the day. Rick tights.
Justin, I think you can submit it for reholder for reholder, but then if they notice a big change in the grade, they'll regrade it.
Yeah, that's it. They usually don't regrade it, but they pretend that they do. So I can't. You're rolling the dice, but it's more likely that they don't, unless it clearly took some damage. Yeah. And in the old cases, it could have especially on the bottom lip. I've noticed some hit down like that.
Oh, so. Especially those square bound books, right? Because like even in the new cases, like you can feel it like shifting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen some of the new ones, dude, where I feel like the inside of the book moves and the cover doesn't, and I feel like the staple rips, like a slight, like a centimeter or something, or maybe even a millimeter, and I'd be like, ooh, like I could tell it fucking moved while it was in the case. And this is usually for 80s and 90s books. That the new paper sort of holds and it's thin and they got those big staples.
You guys have any thoughts about CGC cracking down on dry cleaning / purple labels?
I've only seen it happen to certain people. I'm weird. I tell people I will dry clean your books. I don't do the crazy chemical treatments and everything. To each their own. I'm a comic book guy. I don't prefer to do that. I don't prefer all the white boxes. I don't prefer everything else. That's what your comic book looks like. That's what it looks like. I'll take all your dirt off, but I don't take a whole layer off of your fucking book. So, you know what I mean? And that's usually what happens. And I have a way also to blend what I've cleaned with the surrounding areas. So I don't know if I necessarily have that opinion. I've heard that they're going to do more of it, but then again, you're getting your books back in 5 fucking days with no fast pass. So are they really? But that's for moderns, you know. But still, are they really?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's my best answer, I guess.
Yeah,
I bet you like Conrad has a bunch of those Rick Rude. Going back to Rick Rude, I bet you Conrad has a bunch of those.
I would imagine it's like more coming back from like the people that are chemically treating the books or whatever. You know, where they're like taking them, dipping them in like whatever chemicals, bath or whatever, and then drying out, pressing, whatever magic they do behind the scene. I imagine it's more of those people that are getting back purple labels because like they probably at this point, you know, someone at CGC
you're altering the state of it chemically.
Yeah,
they could probably tell what
They
chemicals
take
you're
the
using.
fucking cover off to do it. They take the book
Yeah,
apart.
or they're removing the staples too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean that's
it's way over the top. Yeah, I mean,
it's just, hey, I bought and read the books. I've done some of that stuff. I'm not unaware of how you do it. I do have a slightly different philosophy than other people, and literally that's my answer. You can say like, I'm lazy, or I don't want to learn shit. You can buy the book on Amazon if you want. I buy it because I want to keep my knowledge up on everything else and read it. And I don't want to do that intrusive stuff to comic books. Now, I don't feel like dry cleaning with simple tools or tack iron or a press or water vapor. You can't press a book without water vapor. You can, but let's be honest. There's gonna be normally at least water vapor on anything that gets pressed. And that's it. I'm just that's my philosophy. That's what I tell people. You want your book back, you want your book back this color? Then you buy some bleach. We'll water it down. So that's it.
Yeah.
Cool. Anybody else got pickups?
Yeah, I have some.
Yeah.
Go with easy first.
Go for it.
Sweet. So, Joe read a comic visited Houston during the finals and everything. So, I took him to like one of the biggest shops in Houston, Bedrock City Comics, which is off of Westheimer. There's like 6 locations, but this is the biggest location. It's their main like store. I always love picking up these X-Men all new X-Men, the 92 variants, live field cover. Thought it was funny. Picked up this Carter book, Secret Adventures. Yeah, Secret Adventures 18, $5. Not complaining. Yeah, yep. Joe helped me pick up a bubblegum cover because we're on a show with long story, with long short. I love picking up this book, Journey to Mystery 646. This is DeCall's first Marvel work. So
he's gonna be at Motor City, dude.
Oh yeah. So I picked up a couple of those.
Nice.
Anytime I run into a Marvel Unlimited variant, I'll pick them up because I mean, how often? Like, cool. Yeah. I think I missed this Sprouse variant, and I just love these, like Star Wars or lightsaber hilt, and then like the character profile. How about this Torrin Clark Dr. Afra cover? Looks like a
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, this is issue 26, so I think this is like the current run that's going on. Like I hadn't seen that variant either. I was like kind of like, all right. Jessica Jones, Choosing Sides, Civil War II variant. I forgot who did this cover. And then I missed out on this one, but I finally found it. Art Brut, the Mona Lisa. So this is from the writer Martin Prince for the Ice Cream Man. So this is
pretty cool. It's not die cut, right? That's
yeah. It's just it's part of the cover. It's not
okay.
It's not actually cut into it. Yeah. So, but
that's expensive. Yeah.
I think this was like the C cover on it, and so this was the one that was like hot out the gates. But yeah.
Cool.
Yep. I have more somewhere else, but I couldn't find them.
Oh, you're okay. Leg?
Let's see. I got a few things. So I was at our local Family Dollar, and for $1.50 each, I was coming home with these.
Nice.
For sure. I was like, you got to be kidding me, dude. I was like, dude, Orko, He-Man, and Skeletor for like less than $5 total. So I just had these. I don't know what. I'll hang them somewhere or put them somewhere, or just like everything else, go in a closet until I die. So
here's the real question: are you gonna leave it in a box?
You know what? For this price, but I'm such a weirdo. At this price, of course, I don't have to, but I'd still go back and buy 3 more and do it.
Yeah.
So they could go in my display case with my other like actually Motu shit.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. So I got I actually won 2 Razzies. So.
Nice.
Very happy with both of these. This just because low buy-in, good victory. So we got.
Hey, I had that book, man. You be hater.
We got Tosin over here. The variant 9.8. Good deal. Still, I think a $600 book.
Yep.
At least it was a couple weeks ago. This is another one. This is cool because this isn't an easy book to find. This is a ratio or not ratio, but it's 2011 ratio era. But number one, Legion of Monsters here. Love the cover as a monster guy.
I saw you got into that one. I wanted to get into it, but I missed it.
Yeah. Oh, it's not. I think it's $200 book. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not
it's not
cheap.
cheap.
It's not. It's cool. And
I love that cover. That's a cool cover.
Dude, I love it. And it's from Wando. You don't see as much of that. And all I remember is porn star John Doe as a kid. So, and then these are just some random WonderCon pickups, but like they're like legitimately checked them out.
How was the
all
show
crap.
for you? Was it decent?
Yeah, it was cool. I had a good time because I know people have a good time. Drew was out, Clutch was out. We did. I haven't sold on one in a long time, but Drew had a sale in the lobby and led into Clutch's show, so we had a really good time. I got there Thursday. Gonzaga buried my heart. They've been getting us back for making Adam Morrison cry there. So the UCLA tourney game was Thursday. Had a great time Friday. Got in early. Shout out to Matt from Cover Price. So I had a Cover Price pass for being there with my friends. So thanks to Matt and John as always. Yeah.
Did you meet Lucy?
Did I what?
Comics?
No, I didn't see her there.
Yeah. She might have been there just Saturday and Sunday. I don't know.
She just I was there, so I got, believe it or not, a country concert in San Diego on Saturday.
Okay.
Not anyway. My friend got, dude. I don't know. Bryce Lee. No, Lee Bryce is this guy's name. I keep calling him Bryce Lee because I keep thinking of Bruce Lee or something like that. Anyway, there's some sort of like, I don't know. San Diego's a great show, and it was like backstage or whatever you want to say, where you got to meet him and all that shit. And so my
the meet and greet.
Yeah, my date definitely like wanted to do that. So I did. I only did Friday and then half Saturday at WonderCon and drove to San Diego. Gotcha. So shout out to Brad for that one. But so it was a good show. The cosplay at WonderCon's awesome. Like, that's not why I go. And everybody that I tell that I go, you guys tell people you get a Comic-Con, what's the first thing they ask? What do you dress up as?
Yeah.
Fucking dress, dude. Right? Dude, this is all dressed up I get. I got a Garbage Pail Kids shirt on. I already feel weird enough about that, okay? Yep. that's where we're at.
I dress up as myself.
Right.
Yeah, no, I would dress up in a black t-shirt with whatever hat.
I put the red jacket on, bro, when I get real.
Yeah, red jacket. So
put on the chain when you're really negotiating, right?
Oh, you guys don't want to see that day in the office.
I got a couple slabs, but they're not in here. No, I haven't.
Nobody do that.
But so I'll show you the raws I got. This one wasn't from there. It's just been a long time. But this is off Wanted Comics. I just a book that I always wanted, Walking Dead 100. I got this off his Whatnot sale in December. But
wow, nice.
I forgot to open the package until today.
That's awesome.
I don't know how that goes.
Yep.
Right, but these are WonderCons. So just from different dealers, and these are all I intend to do my best to 9.8 all these. So Spawn 200, Jim Lee, all these tough spawns I've always done well. Number 100, Alex Ross. Again, thick book, gorgeous cover. A 10 from them to be 9.8. Same as this. I can't see how I'm not going to be able to 9.8 this.
Yeah.
Still a great book. I've had them. I've always pressed them down on myself.
I just sold my 7.5 for like $100. I was surprised.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You found a guy though.
Tell
me, dude. I'll ship him whatever he wants. I'll fucking drive out there. I'll drive out there and see you. It's summer, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll take care of you.
Yeah. So I also hopefully can 9.8 a set almost of Endgame. So we got Spawn, 187, 88. It's not the whole set. 89, 90, and these sell for 10 times the price in 9.8, which will be easy. Another book that was cheap as shit on walls at the show that I've not given up on.
Yeah.
So it's six. I already pressed this. It's already in my pile for 9.8 or to pre-screen. So it's at $60. I mean, come on.
I've been seeing them for 52.
Oh, dude, I was mad at myself for not buying at 900. I'm not mad at myself anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just not. This shit's gonna happen. This is a great book. There are a lot of them out there, but like, yeah, this is a book I advise people press and grade, especially because you're picking them up for $60 to $90 right now, and if a lot of these, because stores ordered a lot of these, so a lot of them are bagged and boarded since birth. So if you can find 9.8s in this, you're still going to get $350 to $450 on these things, and hopefully in the future, even more. So this stuff, the Kate Bishop stuff, Yelena stuff, I'm on that. Those Yelena books fell off, dude. Oh, yeah. I saw so many things. When I'm seeing those variants on the wall for like $80-$90, even the dynamic forces for like 100, and I'm like, okay, and I'm all, I didn't realize how bad some of the stuff was till I got to a con and was trying to get those things off the or how bad they've fallen off when I look at the prices. I'm like, holy shit.
Is it easy to press?
This thing?
Yeah.
Super easy.
Okay.
Yeah, this Era of Paper is great. Era of Paper is great. It's one that has like sort of there's like a line right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they hit the grade as hard, but it basically will come out kind of like Nyx 3 or like Captain America 6 first Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all the same year or anything like that, but somewhere around there. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, just a good book, just easy way to make money. All I was trying to do really was look for 9.8s and stuff, and I actually grabbed some sides. They're not in the office right now. I don't know why I didn't, but anyway, so we've got that. That's what's happening. So,
okay. I was looking for that. Somebody posted it. I don't know. Maybe they swooped it or they just took it down. I've been seeing it for like $40-$50, and I'm like, do I buy it? And like, do anybody care about Young Avengers anymore?
What's up, Joe?
What's up, though? Yeah. Great money maker. I know. I'm just a loser. So.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Yelena, dude, I'm sorry. Yelena kills it. I don't even think it's just because she's good looking, but like the episode of Hawkeye.
Oh yeah.
I mean the chemistry between those two, it's really good.
Yep. So
yeah, I'm excited to see more Yelena stuff come out. So I think she's a good buy. And the market, I think her market will go back up. Maybe I don't know if you're getting that dynamic forces 9.8 for making $1,000 anymore. But I mean, people had them on the wall. So,
I mean, what do you think? Like in a 9.8 on the next rise again, do you think it'd be in that like 750 range? Maybe.
I would like to hope so. I'm not convinced of anything right now. So, like in my opinion, yeah, but I couldn't exactly predict what was going on now. You know what I mean? We've got
I mean, there was a bunch of books. Yeah, there was a bunch of books I held that I was like, fuck, I should have sold it.
Dude, I mean, I made a lot of money on just Invincible Iron Man 1, just a regular first print, because I get them on my comic shop, and 9.8 them all, and get like $250, $300. Fuck off, Joe.
I'm sorry. I usually send him the link too, and I'm just an idiot. I'm sorry. I forget.
Bro, where'd you think we were?
Yeah, I'm here every Monday night. Well, you can. Hey, it works both ways, man. You can send me a message on Instagram.
You didn't sign up for alerts on YouTube? Fuck off.
I know, Jesus.
No, but
so that's a good message. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
That's right.
Yelena DF or the Yelena cover, not as much the Scarlet cover for obvious reasons, because it's not her, So yeah, so I don't know. I love them and I don't have them, and I wanted to go back. If I would have been shopping a little more, I definitely would have bought more of those. And I meant to buy a couple Heir to the Empire ones off of a wall.
Mm.
Not gradable, but like,
good father.
Very finish, regular newsstand. And I really liked the guy that was selling it. He was like just a dude selling comics. Not one of those like shady ass dealers. All his prices were like normal human prices. You know what I mean? And so yeah, and I just
it's like
I had to get a chance. I had to get
when you see the price, you don't even have to look it up. It's like semi within the ballpark.
Yeah, dude.
That kind of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might, but then I realized, dude, you kind of got to look shit up these days.
Yeah, that's true.
I would have
because,
just
like,
walked with those Yelenas and skipped and realized that I was like paying too much. Although a bird in the hand, you know what I mean? And I didn't check them for grade, but there's multiple booths that had them. Same with the Young Avengers. Like it was like, I think that Young Avengers and that Deadpool 1, I think I gave the guy 110 or something, and I think they're both 9.8s. So I'm like, I know it's a good, you know. It's not. I don't give. Like they're fucking 9.6s. You're still in the money. They're 9.4s. I'm still not losing money.
did you check the Deadpool to see if it was a newsstand with the barcode on the back?
I think I would have. I know that I checked it. I didn't notice that, so I'm gonna assume that it's not. But I definitely took it out of the bag. Let me double check that. But I do not.
I mean, because that's the one that's easily overlooked, right? To see if it's a newsstand or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Direct and pretty and not yet pressed.
Oh, you know what's funny? I gotta look at mine over here. I got a Deadpool 1.
Underrated key also. You got this. This is my opinion, guys. Some people say Deadpool is this generation Spider-Man. I don't know if I'm going that far.
But that's a fun run of Deadpool to collect, anyways.
It's great, and those last issues are tough, man.
Yeah,
and the prices dip. Like you can get 9.8s for what those last issues used to sell for raw.
Oh
like
wow,
the mid 60s. I think that run ended at like 67 or something. And those last issues were like
it was like 69, wasn't it? Or is it 67?
My head's saying 67, but anyway, I think we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And anyway, those ones in the 60s, man, those would be, you know, like $40 to $70 books.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you know, 9.8s or $60 or $80.
Let's look at mine.
Let's see what you got.
And then I like
don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. There you go.
Correct.
Yeah, and then the Hulk issue, like I think that's like what, issue 8 or something like that. There's a Toy Biz variant for it.
For the Deadpool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it the same? What's it look like?
It's the same cover. It just has a not for sale. I think it might have a black border to it. I have it somewhere, but I'm not gonna go find it.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. That's all we got to get back to my old playoff thing we're going on over here. So I'm still gonna complete this thing for tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it. We're good. Yeah. I don't know. Me and Carter, we're going to SummerSlam, so that means we have to do a wrestling podcast now. Maybe we do Tales from the Flipside wrestling content at SummerSlam. I don't know. That's August.
Gotta go live.
Yeah, I know, right? Gotta go live. So
or at least make shorts.
August?
You can make shorts, clips, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ford Field, Detroit. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the first time it's been. WrestleMania was 2003 or some crap. I think this hasn't been back to Detroit, and like SummerSlam hasn't been back in like 20 years or something.
Oh wow!
We all know that the slam heard around the world was at the Pontiac Silverdome at WrestleMania.
Oh, you know what's funny? It's upstairs. I bought a shirt from I don't know. Let's see if they still have it. Our favorite site, dude. I didn't even think about this. They have it. Of course you don't. Right here. So I bought this shirt just because of WrestleMania weekend a couple nights ago. Bought this. Look at this.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's Rosewood. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's good. Did it come in yet?
Yeah, it's upstairs. I just didn't bring it down. It's still
Hot slammer around the world. I love it.
Dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
You're saving it for the premiere of your wrestling podcast then.
Yeah, I got it for $16, man. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some of those are only for Roosevelt. Some of those, it depends. Some are a little slower only because some of them are made to order, like a lot of sites. Not their button ups, which is generally what I wear. I wore that Mega Powers top right one.
Yeah,
my friends had a Long Beach Grand Prix party at their house Sunday. That's what I was wearing Sunday.
Nice.
And then if you kind of zoom the background on, it's actually sick because it's got all the logos. You might be able to see on one of the other ones or whatever.
Oh yeah, back over here,
it's hard to see. Yeah, it's got all the cool shit.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Like, I like your shirt. I'm all. Do you know about the times when Mega Powers exploded? And they're like, no. And I'm all, well, I'm glad you like my shirt anyway. Well, do you want to hear? Do you want to hear about this? Because WrestleMania 4 was a tournament, and WrestleMania, then they were the Mega Powers, then they had the tag team, and then all year, then it led up to WrestleMania 5, and then they're like, okay.
So they did, just so people are aware, they did collabs on Marvel and other things too.
The Marvel just dropped. Most of the Marvel just dropped. Like they have like to the right over there, they've got the right there. They've got that's the cover to all new X-Men 1, which was like 2012. I love how they're doing new era shit.
Yeah.
The meme, Spider-Man meme for a polo would be dope. I mean, $70 seems a little ridiculous, but
they are, but they're good shirts. And Black Friday sale is insane.
Maybe I'll call these guys up. Maybe they can sponsor the podcast for us.
Oh, you can do it. I've been wearing. Is there a green? Where's the green Loki? That's what I wore for. There's a green long sleeve Loki.
I've always wanted to buy one of these shirts for work, but some of them are too flashy. You know what I mean?
Like this would be dope for you. Look at this, a little polo with fucking Infinity stuff.
There you go, dude. No, it's good. No, I've got 10 of these, and I can wear their flannels too. The Beetlejuice one I wear to the shows is that. Where'd the Loki go? It must have been in the beginning because it's new.
Is it? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I don't care. I'm just saying, yeah. But I wore if you keep there'll be a Loki flannel one, and I don't know. Maybe
that's cool. Savage Lands,
but it's a green Loki flannel, and I wore that with my black kilt for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
that one to the right.
That one, yeah. That's good. See a little Loki down there.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I wear the Ultimate Warrior one everywhere, and it gets the most love, like, of any shirt I have. It's like my go-to when I haven't like met people or seen them or been somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the Ultimate Warrior flannel.
Nice.
He's got his logo on the pocket, and you flip up the back, and it says Ultimate Warrior under the neck.
If you
I don't wear it like that, but when people recognize as Warrior, I turn around for them.
If you're on Facebook, they have a secret group that does drops and stuff.
Oh, the Roosevelt one, I'm on there.
Is this where you got the suicidal tendencies?
No, that's Dixon.
Okay.
Dixon makes the best quality flannel. So the problem is the place I live, every single person wears them. So but they have Suicidal, Guns N' Roses. I was selling Sublime ones on eBay.
Well, I know this company they did a collabs with I want to say Newfound Glory.
With who?
Newfound Glory.
Yeah. Their Newfound Glory shirt's probably worth like $500.
The one I really liked that they had was the Ninja Turtles, where it's like the bed sheets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They've got a good TMNT. They've got all the Nickelodeon cartoons from like the 90s when I was just like a little too old to watch as many cartoons, you know?
Oh, and then, that was just like right in my time period though. So
yeah, for sure. They got the Rugrats and shit, you know?
Yeah.
And then but they got Looney Tunes, they've got Sandlot, WWE. Now they've got Marvel. They've got DC and Marvel. So they've got sick Batman shit.
I hit them up in Instagram. We'll see what they say. Be dope.
Bro, I have so many of these shirts. I will wear one.
And TMTs. I said, hey, we're just looking for sponsorships, man. That'd be cool. I mean, I don't need any money. It'd be dope to do this, but yeah, TMT stuff. I just showed Paul this. I text Paul this.
Give me a permanent 20% discount code. I'm good.
Forever.
Yeah, just use a code.
You know what I mean, dude?
This would be sick.
Cool, the
that jacket's reversible, dude.
Yeah, the reversible jacket.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
We'll see what they say.
See if it says Universal Monsters.
Oh, on up here.
Yeah, or I
don't see it.
Say Monsters or something.
Minions, Dungeons and Dragons, Princess Bride. No.
Type Monsters.
Oh, Universal Monsters? Yeah,
I have that jacket, dude.
Do you?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Fuck yeah, man.
Right? Look at that.
I
didn't know.
It's reversible, dude.
I didn't know it was
the black and white side's the one I wear all the time.
I didn't know it was called Roosevelt's. I thought it was Roosevelt's or some shit.
RSVLTS, but it stands for they're big Teddy Roosevelt fans. So I got that jacket. I had to.
Yeah, I got you, dude.
I couldn't do it. But most of the Masters of the Universe shirts that you see me over the years, they don't really make Motu anymore. But most of my Masters of the Universe shirts actually from when they used to make them.
Tight Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So no, they're good people. Never had any issues. So.
Yeah, great stuff.
Oh, they had big.
Shit sells out fast.
They just had big league shoe stuff. That was sick, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, that's cool. Wear that to a baseball game?
Yeah. Oh, people were posting it for opening day. It was sick.
Bro, they might get me to wear a fanny pack.
I know. I almost bought that fanny pack. I was like, when the fuck am I gonna wear that? My wife would kill me.
Hey, Rogan wears one, dude.
I know.
I mean,
I can't justify myself.
Have you never met Phil at a comic
Oh,
convention?
Phil's got the fanny packs, dude.
Yeah, when he's tabling.
It's more. Hey, Phil's all about business, dude. Business and comfort for Phil. Business, comfort, and good hats.
There we go. We're talking about Batman too, so they have Batman.
Dude, they got good Batman shit too, though. Like the understated stuff, I like.
Yeah.
They got Parks and Rec. They have The Office.
Yeah. That's a cool one. Those little Joker action for you. Purple. Yeah. You look good purple. Nice. That's a cool Batman one. That'd be dope.
Oh yeah.
That looks like a good golf shirt though too.
It's. I think they call it their golf shirt or something.
Air
dry polo. Yeah. I've never had any of your polos.
Married men can wear fanny packs.
Ah, goddamn. Well, my divorce isn't final.
Yeah.
Let me get this fanny pack out.
Do it.
Dude, wearing a fanny pack in public is probably less embarrassing than me wearing a Garbage Pail Kid shirt with you. So, whatever, dude.
Cool. All right, guys. We'll head out. Maybe we'll get sponsorship next week. No, I'm joking.
That'd be amazing.
And then, I'll try. I don't need too many.
Well, I'll be wearing new fresh threads and everything. So.
No, you know.
Oh, we gotta be dripping, right?
Yeah, the dripping. Yeah.
Drip, right?
They're probably making me read those awkward sponsors. Like, hey, have you ever did you need a polo shirt? Pack?
I'll wear. Hey, you sponsor. Hey, you give me a shirt in the right size. I'll wear damn near anything.
Cool.
I'm not saying I'll leave the house in it, but I'll do it on this show.
I mean, that's where it needs to be seen anyways, is on the internet. So
there you go. I'll go get fancy.
Cool. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll talk to everybody later. We'll see you next week. Deuces.